Hello, guys, and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. Today, I decided to make one short live about the solar eclipse, so I can tell you more about the solar eclipse in Vedic astrology. I just want to say this is Vedic astrology, and this channel is Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. I'm going to make this live through my phone because I don't have my computer yet ready. So I just need to be sure that you all hear me and see me. I'm in Amsterdam now. You can see what's going on down. This is the canal. This is the red white district. So today we are going to speak about. I didn't say that I'm going to have a live, so maybe there are no people online now. But I just wanted to have this video. Let me see if there is live streaming on my channel, just to be sure that everything is okay. Yes, okay. So this will be the video for the solar eclipse, which will be on 20 of April 2023. I'm sorry, I made a schedule like a real Virgo. I'm going to speak about I'm going to speak about the solar eclipse. So this solar eclipse will be, as I said, on 20 April 2023, and in Vedic astrology it will be in Aries, and the planets or the grahas that are going to take part in this solar eclipse are the Sun, the Moon, and Rahu. You know that in Vedic astrology, Sun and Rahu and Ketu are the grahas, they are the planets that are causing the solar eclipse. And if you don't know anything about Rahu and Ketu, you can check my YouTube videos. I have videos about Rahu, I have videos about Ketu, so you can check them. Of course, if you want to know more about Vedic astrology, you can buy my book Vedic Astrology, Easy and Simple. You can find it in Amazon. I have an online video course for beginners, Vedic Astrology for Beginners. You can find it in the links below. It is a very simplified course about Vedic astrology. So if you want to learn how to read your chart in Vedic astrology, or you want to become a Vedic astrologer, it is really a good background on which you can step and you can go forward and you can enrich your knowledge in Vedic astrology. Of course, if you want a private consultation, you can check my website www.astrology-coaching.com. All the links you can find them in or somewhere in the comments in my YouTube videos. So on 20th April 2023, and if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. Okay, I think I see all the comments, so don't worry. If you want and you have any questions regarding the solar eclipse, you can ask them now during the live, because after this I won't be able to respond and you have to check my website. Okay, so the solar eclipse will be on 20th of April 2023, and it will, as I told you, the planets that are going to take part in this solar eclipse are the Sun, are the Moon, and Rahu. Rahu is one of my favorite planets because this is, of course, this is a demon planet. I mean, this Rahu and Ketu are the planets that are causing the eclipse, and they were part of one body of a demon according to Vedic astrology. And Rahu is head without a body, and it is related with obsessions, with material goals, with the king. Rahu wants to be the king. Rahu wants to gain all the success. Rahu is related to desires. Rahu is related to manipulations, obsessions, illusion, delusion. So everything that is related to this material world, this is Rahu. That's why when the sun eclipse includes Rahu, it gives us, of course, it gives us a lot of different kind of situations that are not always pleasant, but it always give you a chance for success, a chance for material gains, a chance to fulfill your dreams, but you always have to pay a price. This is the trap here. With Rahu, you always have to pay the price. It's not like, for example, with Jupiter, although Jupiter is guru. It's not related exactly with paying a price, just to be more more conscious about what are you doing, and to take to use your knowledge and your spirituality in order to succeed. But Rahu will give you opportunities to succeed, so but you have to pay a price. So in this eclipse, as I told you, is happening in Aries, and Aries is one of the zodiac signs which is very active. It is active since 2022, April 2022, and it will stay really active till the end of April 2024. Especially active will be this year. The eclipse is now on 20th of April 2023. Then on 21st of April 2023, Jupiter goes in Aries, which you know what is Jupiter. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is guru, teacher, money, children, prosperity, optimism. It is spirituality. It is it is the husband in the female's chart. So Jupiter going in Aries will make the zone of Aries not only will make it expand. Not only there is Rahu there, but Jupiter will make it even bigger. And on 21st of April, Mercury goes retrograde in April for 1 month. So Aries zone in your chart will be really active, and there will be a lot of things, a lot of events that are happening. Of course, you know what is Aries. Aries is related sometimes with aggression. When we speak about world astrology, it is related with aggression. It is related with new beginnings. It is related with many other things. But we know there is a war in Europe, so these things, Jupiter, Rahu, eclipses, and all these planets going into Aries can lead to spreading of the aggression and spreading of war, and so there is plus and there is always minus. So there is yin and there is yang, in this world. So this world is always with two how to say, two zones, plus and one zone minus. There is no only plus, or there is no only minus. So definitely you have to check where is your Aries in your Vedic chart. And in this zone, I'm going to show you, of course, in this zone you will have a lot of things that are going on. But whenever we are speaking about eclipses and general predictions, because this is general prediction, I always say that first you have to know your natal chart. Second, you have to know what is your dasha, because the dasha is the most important thing, important thing in your chart. So if you know your dasha, this means that the dasha is the background of what is going on. If you have a good dasha, if you are in a dasha of planetary period of a beneficial planet, or a planet that is beneficial in your chart, this will bring a lot of good things. And no matter where is your eclipse, or what transit is going on in your chart, you benefit from your dasha. So the dasha is everything. So before listening to this video, first you have to learn what is your ascendant and your moon sign, because in Vedic astrology we always check the transits through your through your moon and through your ascendant. The ascendant and the moon are the most important points, and you have to mix the result. Of course, if your moon and your ascendant have the same sign, this means that you can feel the effect, you can feel the general predictions in much more strong way. So the first thing, what is Aries? Aries is the fire. Aries is ruled by Mars. It is the exalted sign of the sun. So sun is the ego, the soul, the health, the personality. Sun is the father. Sun is God. Sun is the king. So it is this is the place where the ego is exalted, where. So when we're speaking about Aries and what is going on in Aries, you have to know that the ego will go forward. So you have to be careful. You have to control your ego. Ego is very important. Each person has to have ego. Just you have to know how to control the ego, and your ego has to be your friend, not your manager or your boss. And Aries is the sign where Saturn is debilitated. Saturn is related with the hard work, with the unprivileged people. This is the place that is Saturn is the servant in Vedic astrology. So this is the sign where the this planet is debilitated. So that's why many times when there are a lot of planets in Aries, the ego goes forward, and the normal people, the unprivileged people, suffer from this. So what else is Aries? Aries is impulsive, competitive, angry, impatient. Aries is related with fights, competition, with wars, with cuts, burns, with technical and engineering skills, with military. Aries is bossy. Aries is the baby in the zodiac sign. So Aries is so you can feel like a child sometimes, and the people who have a lot of Aries in their zodiac sign in your natal chart, they are more childish, I mean childlike personalities. What else is Aries? Aries is related with speed, with healing, because in Aries there is one really nice nakshatra, Ashwini. Ashwini is the nakshatra of speed, of two twins, Ashwini Kumars, who are related with that they look very young, they look very beautiful, and they're really good healers. So I think the eclipse is happening in Ashwini nakshatra, which is a good sign, because Ashwini is really nice nakshatra, and it is related with rejuvenation, with healing, with twins. So many people who have, for example, Aries in the fifth house, they can in this year in the eclipse they can really have twins in this period. So I forgot to say that Aries is related with athletes and sports too, and of course aggressions and temper. So now I'm going to say something about each ascendant and each moon sign. So if you want as I told you, you have to know your Vedic chart, and you have to know your Vedic astrology ascendant and Vedic astrology moon sign. If you want to know, you can go to my website www.astrology-coaching.com. You can find it, and there is a chart calculator where you can see the place, what is your ascendant and what is your moon sign, and then listen to this general video. Of course, I'm repeating again. The most important thing when we're discussing the eclipses is the line of eclipse. So the line of eclipse is somewhere in Indonesia, in the Asia Pacific. So there will be the biggest effect, in this eclipse, because wherever is the line of eclipse, there is the biggest energy going on around the eclipse. The other things, you have to know your natal chart. If you have planets in Aries, this will make you feel you can feel this eclipse even stronger. If you're in a dasha of Sun, Moon, Rahu, you can feel this eclipse even stronger, especially if you're in a dasha of Rahu. The other thing is that you have to know your Ashtaka Varga points. So each planet, each zodiac house has different points, and depending on these points you can say whether this house is strong, whether this planet's transiting over this house is strong. And of course we have to check a lot of things. So these are just general predictions about your what is going on in your chart according to your ascendant and your moon sign. So now if you have any questions, you can ask them now before proceeding with your ascendant and your moon sign. I don't see any comments. Maybe you have comments. Maybe I have to open this part. Just to stop the sound. Okay, I don't see any comments. Okay, so now we are going to start with Aries. I made this small I'll say drafts. So the first is the Aries zodiac, Aries ascendant and Aries moon sign. So for Aries ascendant or Aries moon sign, the eclipse is happening in your first house, right? Your first house. First house is related with your body, with your personality, with your whole life. The first house is the most important house in Vedic astrology. If you have a strong first house, you will be able to overcome everything in your life, no matter what are the other positions. If you have strong first house and you're strong lord of the first house, you can succeed in your life, okay, and you can overcome everything. So this means that whenever Aries, the ascendant, the eclipse is going on in your first house, this means that there will be events related with your whole life, with things that are very important in your life, and there can be expansion, there can be really, this is the period where you can grow, this is a period where you can go forward. Of course, you have to take the opportunities, and you have to pay the price. And most of the times the price is related with the position of Ketu, because Ketu is always 7 houses apart from Rahu. So your Ketu is in your 7th house. So be careful when you taking the opportunities for your growth and for your changing of your life, not to do it on the cost of your marriage and your spouse. Okay. And after this, on the next day, Jupiter is going in your first house, so you have 1 year of expansion. So really, this is a great period for people who have Aries ascendant or Aries moon sign, because Jupiter is going there, because there is an eclipse, and you have a lot of opportunities. So take advantage of these opportunities. The other zodiac sign, Taurus ascendant or Taurus moon sign. As I told you, you have to check all the time as per your ascendant and as per your moon sign, and you have to mix the result of both predictions. And this is the tricky part. If you want consultations, you can find me on my website www.astrology-coaching.com. So for Taurus ascendant and Taurus moon sign, your ascendant, the eclipse is going on in your 12th house. 12th house is related with foreign lands. 12th house is related with different dimensions, with loss expenditures, with spirituality in some way, with NGOs, with dark places, with ashrams, monasteries, with hospitals, with prisons. So definitely there can be problems with your health, or you can be very successful if you're working in a hospital, in a prison, or dark place, or there is something related in your life that is back behind the stage. 12th house is related with bad pleasures too. So, if your work is related with foreign lands, so definitely you can gain a lot from foreign lands and foreign people. Just be careful with your health, because sometimes when Rahu is there, when the eclipse is going in the 12th house and the 6th house, there can be issues with your health. Of course, this depends entirely on your natal chart. The next zodiac sign is Gemini ascendant and Gemini moon sign. Your eclipse is going in your 11th house. The 11th house is one of the most auspicious houses. This is the house of income, professional circle, friends, bigger brothers and sisters, fulfilling of your dreams. This is the house of networking. If you are a YouTuber, for example, and you have eclipses and you have a Gemini ascendant, this means that your eclipse is in your 11th house, and you can gain more people for your channel, for your YouTube channel, or whatever kind of business you have, especially if it's related with communication. So for Gemini, this is really good period. The eclipse there will bring a lot of opportunities for material growth and more money in your life. Especially, I want to say this, if there are people with ascendant or moon sign in Gemini and Pisces. Pisces, I say, because for Gemini, the eclipse is in the 11th house, the house of money. For Pisces, moon and ascendant, the eclipse is in the 2nd house, the other house of the money, the savings. And these people who have ascendant or moon in Aries and Pisces, these people, I want, if there are people now watching this video or later on, please tell me if you have more money in your life since April 2022. Because for these people, the eclipses are happening in their money houses. And it's really interesting for me if there are people, if they have more gains in their life since April 2022. This is the period till the end of 2024, April 2024. So if their ascendant or moon sign in Gemini and Pisces, please let me know if you have more money, especially between April 2022 till April 2024. Okay, so Gemini, this is really good eclipse, and on the next day Jupiter is going there in your 11th house, which will bring a lot of expansion in your net house. In your 11th house, you have to go out, you have to meet people, because through meeting people you will succeed. The other ascendant, the Cancer ascendant and the Cancer moon sign, the eclipse is happening in your 10th house. 10th house is the house of your career, status in society, management, government. The house, this is the brightest house in the Vedic chart. So basically, when eclipse is happening there, this means that you have a lot of opportunities for developing in your career, for growing in your career, for promotions, to become popular. Why not? This is the house of popularity too. Especially when Rahu is taking part of in this eclipse, because if Ketu was taking part of the eclipse, the result will be different. Ketu is moksha karka, it is detachment. So in your case, this is really a good time. This is a time of opportunities. So a time of growth in your career and your status in the society. So take advantage of that. For Leo ascendant and Leo moon sign, your eclipse is happening in your 9th house. This is the house of education, traveling, the house of father, religion, philosophy, optimism. You can say that this is the house of children too, of publishing. So many events related to these fields can happen in your life. You need to travel a lot. It will be very beneficial for you, meeting people from a different world, with different cultures, different religions. This will bring a lot of they can bring a lot of opportunities. If you want to study something, now is the moment to fulfill your dreams regarding your education, especially when Jupiter goes in this house. There can be a lot of expansion, and the father can be very beneficial for you, because through father you can fulfill your dreams. For Virgo ascendant and Virgo moon sign, the eclipse is happening in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of death and rebirth, transformation, occult, astrology, psychology, other people's money, the relatives in law. This is the relatives of your spouse. And 8th house together with the 12th house and 6th house, these are Dushtana houses. They are the negative houses in Vedic astrology. And when the eclipse is going on there, so you have to be more careful with your health. You have to be more careful with the transformation, with the changes. There can be a lot of changes. There can be a lot of events in your life that are happening. There can be things that are dying in you. Not definitely the material way of dying, because the transformation in one person's life is related with death and rebirth. It can be spiritual, it can be material, you can face death, you can face rebirth too in your life. And of course, it is a really good time to heal the wounds in your soul and to see what is buried deeply in your soul, because you can heal it now. So this is a really great time for healing. And be careful with the transformation and what is going on in your life. If you work with other people's money, if you are in a psychology field or astrology or occult field, you can earn a lot of money in this period. For Libra ascendant and Libra moon sign, the eclipse is going on in your 7th house. 7th house is the house of your spouse, your business contracts, the fame, the market. And when the eclipse is going on, so there can be some events related with your spouse. If you are single, you can find person in your life. This person can be from different origin, different color of the skin, different religion, different way of thinking. It can be very unorthodox personality. And you have a lot of opportunities. If you're already married, there can be a lot of opportunities for you, especially when Jupiter goes in your 7th house on the next day, on 21st of April. There can be a lot of things happening, positive things happening in your marriage, because there can be expansion. If you have business, you can succeed through your business contacts. just to let you know. Through your business contacts, you can grow contracts. You can. It is really good period for making contracts because the eclipse and Jupiter is happening in your seventh house. Just be careful because Ketu is passing over your first house. When Ketu is passing over your first house, you have to know that you don't feel part of this world. You want to detach yourself from the world, and that's why I have a lot of clients that are having horoscope consultations with me with Libra or Moon ascendant, because now Ketu is passing over there, and Ketu is moksha karka. It is the karka of spiritual liberation. This is the indicator of spirituality, and people don't feel they need help. They need psychological or astrological or occult help. That's why I have a lot of clients now who wants horoscope from me with Libra ascendant and Libra moon. At the end of 2023, this will change, and people with Virgo moon and Virgo ascendant, Ketu will be passing over there, over the Virgo zodiac sign. So there I will have a lot of clients with Virgo ascendant and Virgo moon zodiac sign. I know this from now. So the magic thing without Rahu and Ketu and the eclipse is that you have to learn how to control Ketu, and when you learn how to control Ketu, you succeed to fulfill Rahu. This is very important. And when I'm speaking about the eclipse, you have to know that the price that I told you at the beginning that you have to pay is related with your Ketu, which is seventh house, the opposite house. It is placed always in the seventh house, the opposite house from Rahu. So, for example, it is always in Libra in your zodiac sign, now in Libra zodiac sign. I hope I explained that. So, learning how to control Ketu will bring more auspicious eclipse for you. For all ascendant that are Scorpio or moon in Scorpio zodiac sign, your eclipse is happening in your sixth house. This is the Yara Dushtana house. This is the house of work, routine, health, conflicts, enemies, debts. This is the house of unprivileged people. So definitely there can be issues with your health. There can be problems with your work and conflicts with your co-workers. You have to be careful with that. But of course, the eclipse can bring you a lot of opportunities for finding a new job or for starting a new way of living, which is a good thing in your case. For all people who are Sagittarius moon sign or ascendant, the eclipse is going on in your fifth house. The fifth house is the house of your children, romance, love, creativity, art, sport, time for relaxing. This is related with kings, politicians. This house is related with kings and politicians, with expressing yourself. So this is a really good time if you want to have children. You can try to have children now, especially in the eclipse. It can bring a lot of twins in between because the eclipse is happening, I think, in Ashwini nakshatra, which is related with Ashwini Kumars, which are twins. There can be a lot of dating opportunities, a lot of love, and of course, if you already have a child, you have to be more careful in order to communicate in a more careful way, because there can be some distractions. But for people who wants to, especially with Sagittarius ascendant and Sagittarius moon sign, it is really good. Thank you, Roqueta. It is really good time for getting pregnant. Okay, so for Capricorn ascendant, Capricorn moon sign, Rahu the eclipse is happening in your in your fourth house. Yeah, just see. I don't know where you see it. This is the way of explaining. In your fourth house. Fourth house is the house of your mother, of your land, house, cars, happiness, peace of mind. So this is one of the most important houses in your chart, the fourth house. You know, in Vedic astrology, first, fourth, 7, and 10. This is the pillar of your astrology chart. And I think when the eclipse with Rahu is happening in your fourth house, this can bring a lot of opportunities related to your home. So if you have business related to home, to land, to cars, happiness in some way, peace of mind, domestic things, business related with domestic things, business related with your mother, this can bring a lot of opportunities and a lot of success in your life. You can change your place of living, and you can buy new place, new land, new cars, new domestic devices. Everything in this field will be really beneficial for you. And Jupiter is going in your fourth house. I have noticed when there is eclipses or Jupiter or Saturn transiting over fourth house, second house, this always bring opportunities for creating a family, because second house and fourth house are related with family. So there can be a lot of opportunities to get married, or having your own family, creating your own house, building your own happiness. For Aquarius ascendant and moon sign, the eclipse is happening in your third house. Third house is the house of efforts, the house of communication, art, your cousins, your neighbors. This is the house where you put your effort. This is a very, very important house, because nothing is happening without effort. People and astrologers don't considering, they don't pay attention too much to the third house. But if you want to be really successful, you have to have strong third house, because the third house is the willpower. The third house is the house that give you the background for success. And if you want to have good business, you always have to check the third house. If you have Saturn in the third house in a good zodiac sign, be sure that you can create your own business, and you can be very beneficial, and you can create your own business. But definitely this eclipse will bring a lot of opportunities related with traveling, with art, with communication, especially if you want to publish something, if you want to have your YouTube channel or your website or your blog. Now is the moment, people with Aquarius moon or ascendant. For all Pisces ascendant and moon sign, the eclipse is happening in your second house, the house of money, savings, the house of your family resources, family values, your face. So definitely, as I said when I was speaking about Gemini ascendant, for people who have Pisces moon or ascendant, or Gemini moon and ascendant, the eclipse is happening in your houses of money. And if there are now watching people who have moon or ascendant in Gemini and Pisces, you have to tell me whether you have seen growing of your income or savings in the last 1 year, from the period to April 2022 till April 2024. This is really beneficial period for growing your income or growing your savings. So take advantage of that period, because after this you will not have such a really good period. Of course, I'm speaking in general. This is general predictions. You have to check your natal chart, and you have to check your dasha. So definitely, as I told you, Pisces moon and ascendant, there can be a lot of savings, a lot of money that are coming in your house and in your family, and you can create your own family, and the savings will be growing in the next, for sure, till the end of 2023. Because after this, Rahu and Ketu will change the zodiac signs in Vedic astrology, and the eclipses will be happening in Virgo and Pisces. And this is very important, because for all Pisces and Virgos, ascendant and moon sign, the eclipses is going in your zodiac signs, and the changes are coming, and we'll see what is going on. I don't know whether it's a good news, but no, I don't think Rahu is feeling very nice is in Pisces, and Ketu is not feeling very, very nice in Virgo, because they are totally different. Ketu is not material, Virgo is very material, Rahu is material, Pisces is not material, and there can be some distractions. But the good thing is that this is a new cycle of Rahu and Ketu, because they are going in the opposite way, not like the other planets. They are moving in the opposite way. So Pisces is the new beginning, the new cycle. So we were going to have a new beginning, a new 18 years cycle. So this was a short explanation about the eclipse. I have to tell you that there will be Mercury retrograde in Aries too. There will be Jupiter is going in Aries. So at least till the end of 2023, Aries zodiac sign will be very, very active in your chart. Very active. After this, Rahu will move to Pisces, but Jupiter will stay till 2024. And after this, Jupiter will go in Taurus, which will be, we'll see what will happen. But Aries is a good sign for Jupiter. Just the aggression, the competition may grow in the world, may increase in the world, and this is sometimes it's not a good thing because the ego will be controlling the world. So Roketa, I love this. Roketa, Moon in Gemini, and do have more money. That's good. Especially if you have ascendant Pisces, you can become a millionaire. If there are any other questions, I can reply to them now. And I don't know how many people are watching now, but if you have any questions, now is the moment to ask them. Roketa, if you have any questions, I'll be glad if you have any questions regarding the eclipse or something else, now is the moment I can answer them. Just while I'm waiting for questions, I can show you Amsterdam a little bit. Now the weather is not very good. It was this weekend is a little bit raining here. Yeah. Rupa P. Scorpio, Lagna, Moon, Capricorn. So the good things is, so Scorpio, Lagna, let me see where Scorpio, Lagna. This is in Vedic Astrology, right? Yeah, Lagna. When you say Lagna, this is in Vedic Astrology. So 6th house and Scorpio, 4th house. Okay. Scorpio, Lagna, I lost my job. Will I get a new one? Would you please, of course, I have to know your natal chart to tell you that. But when the eclipse is happening in your 6th house, I'm pretty sure you will be able to find opportunities. You have opportunities to find a new job. When did you lose your job? If you can tell me. Because Moon in Capricorn, you are in the last phase of your Sadesati. Do you know that? Do you know what is Sadesati? You can check. I have a video about the Sadesati, and in my book Vedic Astrology is in simple. I have written about Sadesati, but for all Moon Capricorn, the last 2 years were very difficult. Not the last 2 years. I think the last 4 years are a little bit difficult because they were in the period of the Sadesati. But in the next 2 years, of course, the Sadesati is proceeding, but the face of the Sadesati is declining. So I think you have a new beginning after April 2023 with the eclipse. I'm pretty sure you have opportunities to find a new job, so don't worry about that. February 9th. Of course, I have to know your natal chart. I cannot say like that, but your eclipse is happening in your 6th house, so don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure you have opportunities to find a new job. Leticia Lima, hi. Will Cancer Ascendant have any breakups at work? First, as I told you, the most important thing is to know your natal chart. The natal chart and your dasha is the background of everything. This is very important. This is what I'm saying now is a general explanation and general prediction. If you want consultations, you can check my website www.astrology-coaching.com. For Cancer, I don't think breakups. Your eclipse is happening in your 10th house. You have opportunities for growing in your job and in your career. But sometimes growing means that you have to pay a price and you have to leave your old safe place in order to fulfill your career dreams. Your eclipse is going there. Jupiter after this is going there in your 10th house. So for Cancer ascendant in Vedic astrology, I'm repeating Vedic astrology, which is using sidereal system. If you don't know what is Vedic astrology, please check my my YouTube videos in my channel Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. I have a lot of videos there about Vedic astrology. You can learn more. So I don't see breakups according to the eclipse and Jupiter movement. You, Leticia Lima, I think you have a lot of opportunities in your career. Any other questions? Now is the moment. I feel in the mood to answer your questions. So if you have friends that they are interested in astrology and Vedic astrology, tell them now in the next 5 minutes if they want to ask question regarding the eclipse, regarding something, to come to this channel Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. And meanwhile I'm waiting for other people to ask questions, I would say that you can check my book Vedic Astrology Easy and Simple. It is a really easy and simple book about Vedic astrology. You can find it, I think you can find it in Amazon. I will share a link. Of course, there are different. There is paperback and there is Kindle version of my book, and depending on the region, I think there are different regions: Australia, North America, Europe, Asia. I think they offer paperback and Kindle, because in some regions they don't offer Kindle. For example, I'm not sure Amazon what's going on. So now I'm going to send you, this is the link for my book. This is the Amazon book Vedic Astrology Easy and Simple. And if you want to learn astrology, I have a really good course with pre-recorded videos, online astrology course for beginners, Vedic astrology for beginners. It is in the Thinkific platform. It is really good, and it's not expensive at all. This is the link for the Astrology Coaching Academy in Thinkific. Of course, just in case, I'm going to send you my website where you can find the different consultations. Do you have any questions, guys? Now is the moment to ask them. If not, you have the opportunity to check my consultations. They're not expensive too, because I before, when I was not dealing with astrology, I had to go to other astrologers and their taxes were much more higher than mine. But yeah, whatever. So, any questions? Or I can speak about Jupiter is going to Aries in 21st of April. Then retrograde Mercury is happening in Aries according to Vedic astrology. So at the beginning, you have to be a little bit more careful what is going on in especially between 21st of April and I think 12th of May. Mercury will be retrograde in Aries, so you have to be more careful, because retrograde Mercury is causing chaos, disruption in the communication devices, in the business, in information, in traveling. So you have to be a little bit more careful in the end of April and the beginning of May. If you want to travel, you have to organize it before that. Okay? So I don't see any other questions. If I don't have any other questions, I can close the live. So let me see. Okay, so I don't see any other questions, so I can say thank you for watching these videos. I don't know where are you from. Can you please tell me where you're from? Rupa, Leticia, Roqueta, where are you from? Because I don't know from which countries you are watching these videos. Oh, Leticia, you're from Brazil and live Berlin, Germany. Nice. I live in Amsterdam. We're neighbors. Rupal and Roketa, where are you from? Oh, you're not watching anymore. Okay. So thank you for watching these videos, and just to remind you, you have to know your natal chart. You have to know where are your planets in your natal chart, and this is just a general prediction. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.